Hi friends, it's me Ashraf. So we are going to start our today's trek to Bandaje Falls. We came back from the Netravati trek yesterday at around 7 in the evening. We are staying at the same place. If you are interested in doing the Netravati trek, please watch the previous video. The link is provided in the video description. It is currently 6 o'clock in the morning and it has been raining heavily since last night. The rain has just now started to reduce. This property is called Kathikan Homestay, and it offers a good and budget-friendly accommodation option. If you are looking for a place to stay near the trekking point, you can consider this property. After waiting for a while, around 8 o'clock, we started our trek from the homestay to the trekking point. The trekking point is approximately 8 kilometers away from the homestay. Let me provide you with a brief overview of the trek. This trek combines two treks, Ballalarayana Durga and Bandaje Falls. Many people are not aware that they can also visit Bandaje waterfalls when talking about the Ballalarayana Durga trek. In the local language, Arbi means waterfalls, so terms like Bandaje Arbi Falls, and Bandaje Falls are used interchangeably. The good news is that there is no entry fee or prior booking required for this trek up until now. However, I am not sure about the future. For other treks like Netravati or Kudramugh, we have to book online and it costs 500 rupees each. Additionally, we need to have a local guide to enter those areas. So, as of now, this trek is completely free of cost. This is where the trek begins, and we can reach here by vehicle. You can set your map to Rani Jhari viewpoint. Normally, this trek is considered less crowded, but today I see many people here. This is because there was an unfortunate incident resulting in a death at Netravati, and as a precaution, treks including Kudramugh have been temporarily closed. So, I believe those who had planned to do those treks have come here instead. This trek is moderately challenging. The trek distance from the starting point is approximately 7 kilometers, and it takes around 7-8 hours to reach Bandaje Falls and return to the starting point. It is recommended to start the trek early in the morning to see the sunrise from the Ballalarayana Durga fort. The views from this point are stunning, especially during the monsoon months. The trek can be divided into two sections. Start point to Balalarayan Durga fort is first section. Trek distance from the starting point to the fort is about 3 kilometers, and it will take around 1.5 hours to reach. This part of the trek goes through dense forests and can be a bit tiring compared to the second section, as you gradually climb up to reach the fort. Second section, Balalarayan Durga Fort to Bandaje Falls. Second section of the trek is approximately 3.5 kilometers and takes around 2.5 hours to reach falls. This part of the hike is relatively easier. After the fort, most of the path consists of walking on grasslands and rolling hills. Towards the end, you will need to descend to reach the waterfall snout. We have now reached the Balalarayan Durga fort, and it took us about 1.5 hours to cover the 3-kilometer distance. Originally, this fort was called Haraharagadde, but it later became known as Balalarayan Durga. It is named after a local leader named Balalarayan who ruled the area during the 12th century. It is believed that the fort was constructed around the same time. The fort had an important role as a strategic defense structure to protect the kingdom during that period. This fort is made up of multiple walls, gateways, and the remains of various structures such as temples, water reservoirs, and watchtowers. Its architecture reflects the Hoysala style, known for its detailed carvings and craftsmanship. Typically, many people visit the fort and return without knowing that there is a trek path leading to the Bandaje Falls. This trek path has been recently revealed and not widely known. We spent almost an hour exploring the fort, and then we headed towards Bandaje Falls. To return from fort, you need to take the same route you used to enter the fort. Descend for about 350 meters until you reach the point where you last climbed to the fort. At this junction, take the grassland trail on your left to continue towards Bandaje Falls. There is also an alternative route from Ballalarayana Durga Fort to reach Bandaje Falls. The route offers expansive grasslands with patches of thick, dark green forests, which is a beautiful sight. The entire trail from the fort to the waterfall consists of rolling hills. Along the way, you will encounter 3 to 4 mountains that you need to climb up and descend. After approximately 3.5 kilometers from the fort and a trek of about 2.5 hours, the trail starts to go downhill towards the final part of the journey to reach Bandaje Falls. During this descent, it becomes difficult to tell if there is actually a waterfall at the end. You won't hear the sound of water flowing between rocks, and you won't see any visible signs of water. It is only when you reach a section with dense trees that you will hear the soothing sound of water flowing. This pleasant sound will bring a smile to your face and make you feel happy from within. When we arrived at the waterfalls, it was raining heavily, and the whole area was covered in fog. We felt a bit disappointed because we couldn't see anything around us. However, we decided to wait for some time, and luckily, the weather cleared up and the rain stopped. Now, you can see the waterfall, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Friends, it's an incredible experience to look down from the edge of the waterfall and see it plunging more than 1,000 feet below you. But I must warn you, it's not for the faint-hearted. Your heart might skip a beat when you get close to the edge. So please be extremely cautious and careful. We stayed here for about an hour and started to return around 3:30. Take some time to rest your tired muscles before you begin your journey back to the starting point. Since you will be following the same path back, it's important to be careful on the difficult parts and move slowly and steadily. Slipping could lead to a fall and injury, so it's important to be cautious. Please be responsible during the trek and remember to bring back any disposable plastic wrappers, bottles, and packaging with you. Dispose of them in a dustbin instead of leaving them behind in the natural environment. After 3 hours, we reached the base at around 6 in the evening. So, friends, our trek to Bandaje waterfalls comes to an end here. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment box. Our journey doesn't stop here. We will be back with another amazing video. Until then, goodbye and take care.